Hey guys, what's up? It's Biscuit Horror Reviews. I'm here with a Blu-ray DVD collection update. That's mostly my Vinegar Syndrome sale order, but I have a couple other items, and I also have some freebies that I meant to give away in the last video, but I completely forgot I had them. So those will be interspersed throughout the video, starting right now with this. This is a code for a digital download of the MF Doom album Food, which I hope that the text in the black box is like readable. I swear, I'm promising, I'm not trying to shake so much. I hope that that's readable because it's gone now. So, you know, that's that. I'm gonna have to pick that up. I'm being very angry about it. So yeah, let's just start off. I'll start with one thing. This is something my friend Chloe, who did the artwork for the portrait of myself, for the like thumbnail artwork and everything, as well as the header image on the YouTube channel. Her link, as always, is in the description below. But she gave me her old copy of Clute, the Criterion release, because she had accidentally bought the DVD, and then recently finally upgraded to the Blu-ray and gave me the old DVD, which this is a film she's been telling me about for forever. Old Jane Fonda movie. The only Jane Fonda movie I know is Barbarella, which is a great one. Also, Donald Sutherland is in this. It's like a noir film, I'm pretty sure, something like that. I don't remember all the details. Chloe's told me about it a few times. But it definitely sounds interesting, and it's a film that I have no excuse not to watch now that I own it. So I will watch it eventually. Up next, I got a couple other things that I've just kind of randomly purchased. I've got this Scream Factory site-exclusive Blu-ray of Cleaver Massacre. You know, this isn't really worth the like $25 they're charging for it on their website at all. Like, I hate that that Scream Factory is doing this site-exclusive, limited to like 2,000 Blu-ray bullshit. It's so stupid, and I fucking hate it. And I hate to indulge in it, but like, I watched Meat Cleaver Massacre on Tubi, and I was like, holy fuck, this is something else. I need to own this. So I had to buy it, because it is quite the weird one. It's basically about a professor of the occult who is attacked by a group of his students, and he uses his occult knowledge to get revenge on these guys who attacked him while he is in a coma. It's got a lot of text on the front of it, but it's a fun one. It's a really great time. The other Scream Factory title I got, which the main reason I grabbed this, I wasn't even going to grab this, but I figured I may as well if I was going to grab this title, because this is a title I've been wanting on Blu-ray in the States since forever, and it just finally, they just were like, yeah, this is a site exclusive. Congratulations, you have to indulge in this bullshit now. It's The Ninth Configuration, which is a William Peter Blatty film. William Peter Blatty wrote the novel of The Exorcist, which is a really great novel, and in the 80s he directed this film, in the early 80s, directed this film based on his novella Twinkle Twinkle Killer Star. Twinkle Twinkle Killer Kane is what it's called. And it's a very weird, like, comedic farce combined with like really being like a kind of soul-crushing drama about like human suffering and loss and sacrifice and war and PTSD and mental illness and stuff like that. but it's also a weird kind of horror film. Um, Joe Spinell is in this randomly. There's quite a few weird things going on in this movie, and I really really like it for that reason. This is one of like the two movies that William Peter Blatty directed, this and The Exorcist 3, and he hit it out of the park both times with both films and did amazing things with both of them. But this is like truly a one of a kind movie, and I'm so happy to have it on Blu-ray. One problem, at least not for me, for people who have OCD, is Screen Factory fucked up the fucking spine. I can't tell you if that's visible or not, but it says the ninth coin figuration on the spine, which is kind of stupid. I wish they would also have given us reversible cover art instead of just a medley of the different posters on the inside. I would have loved to have the ability to have the Twinkle Twinkle Killer Kane poster as the artwork or something, but you know, we can't have nice things, I suppose. These next two I just bought just because they were cheap, and one of them I bought specifically because I'm going to Cinema Wasteland in October. My first Cinema Wasteland in 3 years. I haven't been since April 2019. Let me let these fucking dogs out. Yeah, I'm recording in my kitchen right now just because I kind of wanted to expand out a bit. Either way, one of the guests at Cinema Wasteland in October is going to be Jeff Lieberman, who I really like his work, and I wanted to use this as an excuse to buy one of his movies that I didn't own, which was already like only like $15 on Blu-ray, so it's not that bad. But I bought Just Before Dawn, which is probably Jeff Lieberman's like best movie. It's not my favorite from him. My favorite might actually be Satan's Little Helper, which is also getting a nice Blu-ray release in October, finally. But I bought this for cheap because I don't own it and I haven't seen it in a minute, and I really want to revisit it. But also because I want to have Jeff sign this for me. I want to get this autographed. I would get the new Blu-ray of Satan's Little Helper autograph, but unfortunately that's not out until like after the show, after the Cinema Wasteland in October. So it's kind of kaput. Speaking of Blu-rays, I got the Blu-ray of Old Dark House, the 1932 film with Boris Karloff. This is a really great dark horror comedy from the 30s. Very, like, legitimately really spooky, but also legitimately, like, really funny. This is released by the Coen Film Collection, which I think is run by the Coen brothers. I'm just assuming that. But either way, they feel the need to make the art like their bitch by putting the first letter of their name around it. So it looks, this release just looks like fucking trash. The packaging is fucking awful. But it was only like $8, so I can't complain too much about that. On to the next giveaway. Which this is for the King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard album. I think this is for Fishing for Fishies. I can't be too sure. I'm more than certain this is for Fishing for Fishies. But yeah. And yeah, that's probably good enough. I think that's for Fishing for Fishies. There's no fucking indicator of what the fuck it is on there, so we're just gonna have to roll with the punches on it. I guess before I get to my Vinegar Syndrome order, which is gonna be the big thing, I'll get on to the one vinyl I have, which it's the new pressing of I'm in Your Mind Fuzz by King Gizzard. This is the new vinyl release of it. It's a very nice album about brainwashing, and it's got some hella bangers. Her and I, Satan Speeds Up, Hot Water, Am I in Heaven. There's the first 4 tracks on this, I'm in Your Mind, I'm not in your mind, Cellophane, and I'm in Your Mind Fuzz, are all like one long continuous song essentially, and it's a really great opener to the album, which I really love. Okay, on to the Vinegar Syndrome order. So I had to do a bit of a blasphemy because I didn't care about getting the slipcovers for some of these, but others I really wanted the slipcover for. So like there are titles in here where I'm like, yeah, I really like this, but I didn't get the slipcover just because I wanted to be a cheapskate. And then there are titles that are like, yeah, this one's alright, but I got the slipcover because the slipcover looks really fucking cool. So yeah, let's just get into this. I've got Devil's Story on Blu-ray. This is one from Vinegar. This is a one of the weirdest movies ever made, probably. It's a French horror film that's essentially about a young couple who stay the night at an old castle after their car breaks down, and there's like a cursed pirate ship that's been crashed into the mountains, hidden inside the nearby cliffs, and there's a Nazi mutant who's killing people, and also a mummy that spews blue goo. This movie is absolutely fucking insane. It's one of those movies that's like Orgoff or Ogroff, what I should say, Ogroff, or aka the Mad Mutilator, or like violent shit, where it's just like kind of incomprehensible, just scenes of gore and bizarre shit. But this was like shot on like 35 millimeter, so this was like shot professionally. So as a result, it's very weird to see something like this unhinged, and this something like this, which you always expect to be shot on video, but it is 100% not, and that's really cool. I got the 4K of Flesh Eater, which I've been waiting for a Blu-ray of this because I have the old Shriek Show DVD, and I have always, ever since I first saw this flick way back when I bought it for $5 used from FYE when I was like 16 years old. I've been waiting a long time for a nice Blu-ray of this, and this now has a nice Blu-ray. It's directed by Bill Hinsman, who was the first Romero zombie in Night of the Living Dead. It's directed by and stars him as the titular Flesh Eater. It's a very lo-fi, violent, very gory, kind of 80s riff on like Night of the Living Dead, except it's like, what if they, went out into the night and like, what if the camera took us out into the night and saw the other carnage going on as the zombies went on a rampage, which is what this is, and it's really good. There's also a cameo from Bill Hinsman's daughter, which is also kind of a fun, cute scene. Even if the scene does involve the literal death of a child. Up next, I've got Beware, Children at Play. This one, oh god, I saw this when I was in high school. Not when I was in high school, I saw this before I was in high school. I remember back in the day, way back when fucking Netflix first started to be a streaming service, they had everything you could fucking imagine on there. And this was on there, and I remember seeing this as a kid. I have not seen it in a very long time. But I remember this being like, I remember this being actually pretty good, but it's also like infamous for its like ending scene, um, which is like really horribly violent and uh, you know, caused an outrage at the Cannes Film Festival when they showed a trailer for it. Um, but yeah, this is a one of the trauma titles that Vinegar Syndrome has brought forth onto Blu-ray, which is very nice of them. This is my first one from Terror Vision. This is their Blu-ray of Killing Spree. I've not seen Killing Spree since I first saw it many years ago, so I'm gonna rewatch this probably today, and it'll be a pretty much a fresh watch, which I'm looking forward to. Very low budget. I forget if it's shot on like video or like third or like actual film or not, but um, they still but it's I remember it vibing. I remember it being very lo-fi, low budget. It's a Tim Ritter film, which Tim Ritter also directed Truth or Dare, A Clinical Madness, as well as like Twisted Illusions. He did a number. What was that one? Dirty Cop No Donut, which is also very good. Also very cheap, low budget stuff in like the 80s and 90s. And this is like one of his ones that's like considered one of his best. So I'm very excited to revisit that. Here's one that I literally like. I bought this with the slipcover because I love the slipcover. It is the Something Weird and AGFA release of The Monster of Camp Sunshine plus Honeymoon of Terror. I have not seen Honeymoon of Terror before, but I have seen The Monster of Camp Sunshine. And The Monster of Camp Sunshine is pretty fun. I just love this slipcover like so much. Like it's so fucking good, you know, because it's just like old kind of, you know, comic book advertisements for dumb shit. And I love stuff like that. I love looking. I collect old comic books, and one of my favorite things to do is to go into old comic books and just look at all the stuff you could like send away for. And I wonder to myself, like, would you get anything out of this 9 times out of 10? And that's one of the one of the reasons I bought this. But yeah, it's an AGFA release. It's got some special features. It's got a bonus movie, All Men Are Apes, from 1965, which I have no idea what that's about. But yeah, Monster of Camp Sunshine and the Honeymoon of Terror. This is another one. This one is from AGFA and Bleeding Skull. This is one that I absolutely had to get the slipcover for. It's Boarding House. You know, goddamn, this movie is on Blu-ray. Like, absolutely fucking insane. This comes with like so many extras too. It comes with the original theatrical cut, the home video cut, the previously unreleased cut, Psycho Killer. It comes with a unreleased family film that the filmmakers made. It's Boarding House is quite the movie. It's I don't know how to describe it, but it's basically a film that was shot on video. It's like a weird haunted house movie. It was shot on video and then blown up to 35 millimeter and released in theaters, which is like, that's like a slap in the face to theater goers, honestly. And that's kind of hilarious, and I kind of love it for that reason. Another AGFA release I got is the Blood-Aroma triple feature, or triple frightmare, I should say. I wanted to get this because it's an HD version of, and this is included in this is Carnival of Blood, which I love. Carnival of Blood. It's a really great, like, early 70s, super seedy kind of slasher about a killer targeting people who go on a dark ride at a carnival. And these are, like, all scanned from... Oh, God. These are like all scanned from the best surviving sources in 2K. So this is the closest we're gonna get to like a nice Blu-ray release of Carnival of Blood. Also included this is Help Me I'm Possessed and Night of the Strangler, which I've never seen either of those, but I've heard things about them, and getting them alongside Carnival of Blood has me very excited if they're something that pairs well with Carnival of Blood. This I also got is their new part of their new because before they had the old like drive-in feature, drive-in double feature like DVDs they used to do, where they would just get like a 2K scan of like two random movies, put them together, and now this is like the deluxe version of it because it's on Blu-ray now. It's Stanley, the William Grefé film, and Horror High, which I've never seen either of these, but I've always been interested in Horror High. It's been on my watch list since forever. And Stanley is one that's recently joined my watch list because it's like it's a William Grefé film, so that makes it automatically worth watching, but also because it's about a guy who can like telepathically communicate with snakes, and he like kills people who don't like snakes using snakes. It's wild. It's a weird pro-snake movie. It even has a caution here. It says person suffering from, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that, phobia, fear of snakes, should consult their physician before attending. But, yeah, I'm happy to have this. I'm super happy to have this because I can finally watch both of these movies. And it's a nice release of it. And I should give away the final... giveaway album, and then we will just go on with our day, shall we? This final one is for the King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard album Quarters, the digital copy of Quarters that is going out. Let's say, there's the website, there's the code, 3, 2, 1, that's it. It's gone forever. It's never coming back. Cry about it. So yeah, that's about it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching as always. And this has been another collection update, specifically the Vinegar Syndrome Halfway to Black Friday sale haul. But yeah, that's it. You guys have a good one. I'm gonna go start watching these bad boys. Peace. Fuck Christ.